More peaceful protests here in Baltimore as people across the country call for change following the death of George Floyd. Hello, I'm Denise Koch.
And I'm Rick Ritter. Another demonstration is about to get underway downtown any moment now.
And WJZ is live with extensive coverage. We begin with Avajoy Burnett, who is with the group just about to march through parts of the city. Avajoy.
Hey there, guys. So right now we are right in front of the convention center. We want to give you a look at what's happening. If you look down here, there are hundreds of people already converging on this area for a protest that's set to start at 4. And then we're going to show you over here down Pratt Street. You see the officers. They're blocking off this roadway for all of the people who are coming into this direction from different areas across the city. We see people rolling in with coolers. And then we're just going to give you another vantage point. If you come back around this way, Nate, and we point down in the other direction of Pratt Street, it just gives you an idea that people are literally coming in from different areas of the city. This is a youth-led protest. You could see the diversity in the group, but the one thing that's constant, many of these folks are younger. All across the country, a new generation of protesters is now visible.
I'm not out here for just myself. It's bigger than just me. It's for all of my brothers and my sisters out there. No justice, no peace.
Trying to voice their concerns about police brutality.
So the fact that people are enraged about these recent incidents makes sense.
Adam Jackson is part of Baltimore-based Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle.
That people don't want to talk about the actual things we have to do locally and statewide to change law enforcement as relates to accountability. So I think that's what our generation is becoming more aware of, is that we're more aware that these structural problems require structural approaches at the local and state level.
The youth organizer says he's not surprised high schoolers are now part of a movement to end police brutality.
In order for us to make substantive change, you have to actually attack the structures. A systemic problem requires a systemic approach.
And guys, there's so many people down here right now. We see some folks, they look as young as high schoolers. One of the organizers who I spoke with, he told me that those high schoolers actually called him for his assistance to get this started. We see folks coming here with their college sweatshirts on. The fact that there's so many people who are out of classes right now, that is probably contributing to the immense nature of the folks who are gathering here. So right around 4, right around now, they're going to get started. We will be moving with them. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Avajoy. Now we're going to go to WJZ investigator Mike Helgren. He is live at City Hall. He has more on the demonstrations taking place across the city today. Mike.
Denise, a lot of those demonstrations will converge later on in this area. Everything has been peaceful, and you can see right here in front of City Hall, they've got a tent set up. They've got food, water, face masks, and other supplies for those who are out here exercising their First Amendment rights today. People gathered early in front of Baltimore City Hall Monday for the 4th day of protests here in the wake of the death of George Floyd.
I shouldn't be having conversations with my 11-year-old nephew. Bro, don't wear your hoodie this way. Don't go down this street at this time. I gotta understand this, man.
Are you ready, sisters and brothers?
Demonstrations have largely been peaceful as they march through the city, and people talk to WJZ about the need for police reform.
No racist police! I'm a black man from East Baltimore, and I'm gonna tell you flat out, Black Lives Matter. And every time I walk out my door, I feel as though the police are gonna pull me over, pull me out my car, and beat the hell out of me.
Governor Hogan also weighed in.
Look, we've got a consent decree in the city of Baltimore that came out of the situation with Freddie Gray in 2015 to try to get to the root causes and problems. I think we've got issues that have to be addressed, and it's a conversation we need to continue to have.
There were several people who vandalized city-owned property and some businesses on Saturday night. Police say they made 14 arrests, 12 adults and 2 juveniles.
For those who wish to agitate and to incite violence during what was mostly peaceful demonstrations, your actions will absolutely not be tolerated.
Authorities implored protesters to remain peaceful as they continue to march throughout the city.
When black lives are under attack, what do we do? When black lives are under...
And you're looking live at the barricade that has been set up around the entrance to City Hall. The perimeter's a lot wider than it was on Saturday. Now, police tell us that they did find some bricks and some bottles with potential accelerant in them. They did a sweep of this area, and they're urging anyone to call 911 if they see anything that could incite violence. Reporting live at City Hall, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
All right, Mike, thank you. Let's go now to Captain Cindy Thrift in Chopper 13 with a bird's eye view of the protest. Captain Cindy, where are they right now?
Rick, thank you. So we are currently over the Baltimore Convention Center where all these people are gathering. We are estimating right now around 500 people from our perspective that are there right now. We are seeing even more people starting to arrive for these protests here in Baltimore this evening. Right now, again, about 500 people, but we're going to continue to stay over the situation from the air and monitor it through the duration. For now, reporting live from Chopper 13, I'm Captain Cindy Thrift.